Bonjour à tous, donc, comme vous avez pu le voir dans le titre, on va s'intéresser aux quêtes d'Archon. Alors si vous regardez bien, on n'est pas dans les quêtes d'Archon pour l'instant. Avant de faire les quêtes d'Archon, on va cramer la résine, pardon. Et donc le but, ça va être de récupérer un maximum de ces ressources pour pouvoir améliorer l'arme de Bennett. Une fois qu'on aura fait ça, après on attaquera donc les quêtes d'Archon. Sur ce, c'est parti. On va tester avec l'équipe que je viens de me créer. On va voir un petit peu. Ils mettent qu'il faut de l'électro. Donc en électro, on va prendre en main DPS la Shogun avec ses supports Xinku et Fischl. En soigneur, on aura Kokomi. Je pense que ça devrait être pas trop mal. Si c'est juste de l'électro, ça devrait passer nickel. Après, on va voir un petit peu ce que vaut cet étage. Après, s'il faut changer, on s'adaptera en fonction des ennemis. Mais bon, je pense qu'on devrait être pas trop mal. Ou s'ils sont tous hydros, je pense que les hydros, on peut les supprimer. On va voir ça. J'y ai pensé après. Si ça se trouve, on va avoir des hydros.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Alors non, il n'y a pas que des hydros. Ça va être un petit peu bien. Pour cela, ça sera... Il est où? Par contre, eux, on peut les congeler, ça serait pas mal. On va modifier un petit peu la team. Quelques petits changements dans la team. Fischl, je crois qu'on va pouvoir la supprimer. En vrai, Fischl, elle devrait être pas trop mal. Hop, on va récupérer les récompenses, on va changer la team. On n'a pas eu besoin de Kokomi, donc on va supprimer plutôt Kokomi à la place. On va reprendre une team un peu plus... que j'ai un peu plus l'habitude de jouer en cryo, donc notamment avec Xinku et Rosalia. Pour les deux derniers. Lui il est en train de me narguer, on va le tabasser aussi. Alors, Rosalia.
Make sure to keep up.
Ici donc du coup on va mettre la Shogun.
What is the situation?
Ici, et on va voir si on n'aurait pas des fois un autre électro. Électro. Qu'est-ce qu'on peut avoir? Je pense que celui-ci serait pas trop mal. De toute façon, ça joue entre lui et lui.
What they do this time? Our bond is strong. Judgment.
Ouais, je suis plutôt satisfait de cette team. Bon, ça va, ils ont tous pris leur ulti. Allez, J'ai pas oublié un truc? Non, ça va. Allez. Là, ce coup-ci là, on devrait être plutôt pas mal. On était déjà pas mal tout à l'heure. Mais là, je pense que ça sera encore mieux. Donc au début, on va jouer sans le cryo. Vu que c'est de l'eau. Même sans le Xinku non plus, hein, on n'en a pas besoin. Par contre,
Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal! Rain outlines your fate. Now you shall perish! Lights out. Witness the power of promouvoir. There is no escape. Our bond is strong. Humiliation.
ah, dommage pour ma cookie.
Illusion shattered. Judgment.
Can't run from death.
C'est dans ce moment-là que je m'aperçois que Kuki, faut que je l'améliore quand même. Parce que c'est vrai que je l'ai pas beaucoup monté. Là, je suis pas en train de la monter, je suis en train de monter du coup mon Bennett. Bah du coup quitter puisque j'ai un perso en moins. On va récupérer donc notre électro. On soignera plus tard. On va tester un petit peu plusieurs équipes. Vu que je voulais essayer aussi avec Varessa, pour être pas mal. Du coup ça me fera deux... Ça va me faire quasiment que des mains, hein, parce que là on a Rosalia, on a Shogun et on a Varessa, ça fait 3 mains DPS dans la team. Même s'il n'y en a que 2 qui vont servir au début. Troisième ça sera plus sur la fin.
Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion shattered. Justice o'clock. Hero incoming. Let me weave you a verse. Yeah. Shiver. Torn to oblivion! Judgment! Ultimate flying kick! Justice o'clock!
Ah ouais, c'est nettement mieux là comme ça. C'est nettement plus rapide.
Body and mind.
Bon alors si j'ai bien compté, normalement je crois que ça devrait faire 7 hein, au total qu'on peut faire. Là on est sur le troisième, il en reste donc 4, bah ouais ça là c'est ça. Encore 4. Encore 4 runs. Normalement là j'ai plus besoin de changer la team.
Your fate.
Salut, comment ça va?
No, my sword. Kapow! Maximum power! Charge! Headbutt! Hero incoming! Torn to oblivion! Stabbed by my spark, the night burns! Hero incoming!
Pay your dues.
Witness the power! Shiver! You can't run!
Encore 2 runs et puis après donc on va récupérer toutes les récompenses qui vont bien et puis après dans la foulée on attaque avec les quêtes d'Archon, notamment la quête d'Archon Pyro. Donc on sera sur la 3e partie.
Time to roll! Maximum power! It's justice o'clock! It's justice! There is no escape! Now you shall perish! Headbutt! Hero incoming! been shattered. Inazuma shines eternal.
Rain outlines your face. Let me leave you a light out.
You can't run. Shiver. There is no escape.
Et ben, il me reste encore une run et puis après c'est bon. Dernière run et puis on aura épuisé les ressources, donc on va pouvoir voir un petit peu l'arme de Bennett.
Heads up! Ultimate flying kick! Hero incoming! Headbutt! Now you shall perish!
En vrai, je pensais que Varessa allait remplacer la Raiden,
Shine down!
mais elles sont plutôt complémentaires, je trouve.
Rain outlines your face. Rain cutter.
Judgment! Punishment!
Can't run from death.
Et voilà, là il ne va plus me rester de ressources. Voilà, là je suis à 8. Non. Je sais pas si j'ai pas mis à relancer. De toute façon, dans tous les cas, faut quitter. Non, c'est bon. Alors, on va changer la team. Il est où? Il est où? Il est là.
I won't hold you back.
Avant tout, on va récupérer ça. Ah, comme ça c'est pris. On récupère ça également. C'est pris aussi.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for completing. Ad Astra. Off we go. Adventure time.
Alors, ah oui. Donc c'est du violet qu'il faut. Bonus, ça c'est parfait. Et encore un bonus, nickel. Bon bah on devrait être pas trop mal. C'est encore du violet, il m'en faut 3 de plus. De plus et après ça sera le doré. Écoutez, je crois qu'on est plutôt pas mal. On est à quel niveau là? Niveau 70. Sachant que mes meilleurs persos sont de pas en même temps que moi. Comme je disais, mes meilleurs persos sont level 90. L'arme, leur arme est niveau 80, lui il est niveau 70, donc on est le level juste en dessous, on est plutôt pas trop mal. Sinon, qu'est-ce qu'on va prendre comme équipe? On va changer la team, puisqu'on va aller faire... On va partir sur une partie. Ça c'est l'équipe traditionnelle pour pouvoir monter Xilonen et Mavuka. Et nous on va s'en servir pour aller faire un petit peu On a 3 persos de Natlan. Donc direction Natlan. Et on va continuer maintenant les quêtes d'Archon. Donc acte, je crois que c'est acte 5, non, chapitre 5, acte 3. Si je dis pas de bêtises. On va voir ça. Acte 5, chapitre 3. Chapitre 5, acte 3, donc c'était bien ça. Il me demande des quêtes. Bon, c'est pas lui qu'on est devenu voir, mais bon. Blablabla. Du coup, je vais le réceptionner. Ah mais c'est... je me souviens de ça. Ça c'était... Je sais plus quel personnage. Ah non, c'était Charlotte, j'allais dire, mais Charlotte elle est sur le... Elle est dessus. Ah non, elle avait posté... elle avait posté un pied avec un retard. Donc du coup elle était sur la photo. Ouais voilà, c'est Charlotte.
I see. Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these days.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital, since we're facing the same enemies. I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commissions?
You two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan. Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening. Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action. Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information, rather than running around and trying to So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working hard these...
So that's the plan. Whew, we can finally stop and take a break. Paimon knows that. It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing.
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be sooner rather than later.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom. Huh? Is that the Traveler and Paimon? Hello! Oh, hey, Kachina! Are you feeling better now? Yep. Now really isn't the time to stay home and recover anyway. I wanted to do something to help. I heard that the Pyro Archon is gathering warriors to be stationed in the more remote areas. So I came here to sign up. Don't think I haven't heard about all the things that you've been doing. With everyone working so... Oh, by the way, Shilonen told me that she was ordered to forge you an ancient name. She said that she's all set, and we can head over whenever we're ready. Wow, so we'll finally get to meet Shilonen, the legendary forger of ancient names. Paimon still can't believe anyone could forge those things. Shilonen is a true master. Not only can she forge ancient names, but also all sorts of new and fun things. She's always got a pile of commissions on her plate, so you usually have to wait a while before she finishes something. In this case, though, she's completely cleared her schedule just to work with you. She wants to give your name her full attention. Signed up as a warrior, so all I have to do for now is wait for my assignment. If it's okay, she wouldn't turn me away, right? Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Ward. On second thought, maybe I'll just find a hole in the ground to jump into and hide for a while.
Allez, on est parti, direction je sais pas où. Ah, en tout cas il y a des trucs à récupérer. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'ils vend? Ça j'en avais 3, maintenant j'en ai 100 et puis le reste j'en ai au moins une centaine. Donc on est plutôt pas mal. La table de synthèse qui est ici. Alors voyons voir où il nous emmène. Il nous emmène par là-bas. Ah, on avait un personnage qui était décédé, on va le re-soigner, tant qu'à faire. Allez, on est parti, on va faire une bénédiction. On recharge tout. J'ai déjà rechargé? Non, je suis surpris. Un cookie, d'accord. C'était cookie qui n'allait plus justement. Hop, on va passer par là. Hop, on se pose là. A priori, ça serait juste là. Non. En haut?
She's super amazing, and I've already learned tons of stuff from her. I can vouch that she's really worthy of a hero's name.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation. Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natlan not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
Huh? You're saying the Pyro Archon didn't tell you?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged herself to the plan, but we need to forge an ancient name to ensure she'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Are you upset?
No, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this up at the time. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's spirit and glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name. But they were all performed outside of Natlan, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands. Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone, yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible. Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think last time, Shilonen just ended up running dozens of laps around the hills nearby.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just, focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings? Yeah! Let's see if we can find some special way to pull this off. If we really can't make it work, I'm sure...
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record her heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough. I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Lali at the Masters of the Nightwind. The one we call...
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her Spirit Speaker Stone to find Kachina's ancient name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm unsure she'd be...
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be disturbed. I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but...
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And you even managed to save Kachina.
Well, yeah. At the cost of her Spirit Speaker Stone being split into... Huh?
Great going, Mawika. We're already off to a rocky start here. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Lali would still want to show respect to the Archon. I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
Let's ask Kanich to deliver the letter. He understands the whole situation and is already a familiar face to her.
Paimon sure hopes a how won't...
Alright, Kanich is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
Great. Then I'll go contact him right now.
Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the Statue of the Seven later.
Sounds good. Let's take a stroll in the...
Bon, on va peut-être avoir accès maintenant au pyro. À mon avis, c'était mis comme quoi c'était à la fin, donc ça me
Chaine
surprendrait.
told me everything. I'll deliver the message to the Masters of the Nightwind and convince Sitlali to give you a chance. I'll also take this chance to explain what happened.
Yeah, I'm sorry to put this on you, Kanich.
It's alright. We're all working for the sake of the Pyro Archon's plan.
Oh, wait, so Kachina and the travel...
Because we all saw a hero of the past rematerialize right before our eyes. And then Moalani said that a ton of the Pyro Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night Kingdom, including the reason behind the appearance of the hero, as well as the current state of the...
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Shilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps the best...
I have another piece of intel to share. We've pretty much identified the person who rescued the captain in the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. His name is Auroron, and he also hails from the Masters of the Nightwind. However, he spent most of his life living out in the wilderness by himself, away from the rest of the tribe. That's why his disappearance went unnoticed. By the time Sitlali finally realized that he was gone, no one had heard from him for quite a while.
Sitlali knows him too?
That's right. Auroron was an orphan raised by the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind and many other kind-hearted people in his tribe. Still, he's had something of an odd reputation his whole life.
Odd, huh?
Given how the Masters of the Nightwind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange... I've never met Auroron, but if they consider...
That's right. So in that sense, Auroron and Sitlali...
Makes sense.
As of now, we still haven't been able to confirm what... Sitlali is probably eager to prove that Auroron hasn't betrayed his people. I plan to use this as leverage when I go to talk with her.
Huh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Auroron and the captain's whereabouts?
Yes. If you're all on board with the idea, then it becomes a mutually beneficial collaboration, even though I don't think Sitlali is the kind of person to turn down an order from the Pyro Archon. Working together with us will help her focus and not get distracted by the whole Auroron situation.
Yeah. Plus, we kind of owe her one anyway.
Ah, this is a pretty well thought out plan. As expected of... Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Sitlali can meet at the stadium in 2 days.
Sure. I'll head out right away.
Take care out there, Kanine. I'll be heading back as well.
Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see... Traveler and Paimon. I have bad news. Seat Lolly did not reply to our request. Although, I suppose I'm not too surprised.
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kenichi a response? Guess she was...
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Nightwind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not deigning us with a response. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
That's true. Doesn't see anybody. Seems she's just not...
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't the subject always answer the call of their Archon?
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon. Yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations of us.
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with. Unlike that old hag Granny Eachtley, right? Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous? You all talk about her like she's some kind of huge deal, but she didn't even bother to reply to our letter! Seriously, if she didn't want to come, she could at least let us know. If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see...
Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? See Lolly.
Wait, you're Seat Lolly? You're Granny Eachtley?
Yes, Granny Eastly. But emphasis on Eastly, not Granny. You must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a... Oh, wipe that look off your face! You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
Did I forget to mention? She's called Granny, but, she's actually pretty young. It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
I'm sorry.
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you. It's just that your case seemed really unique. Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really, Paimon just got a little mad since we thought, well, you were gonna leave us out to dry.
It was my idea to invite you here, Seat Lolly. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. If anything, I'm gonna feel awkward if we keep this going. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, understood. Besides, just showing up is the most important part, no? But, of course, it's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone... At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology, only to hear you all talking smack about me. Anyway, that's the whole story. Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation anyway.
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed?
When the Masters of the Night Wind say they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a little forced.
Anyway, Shilonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting an ancient name.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
I see. So Mawika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an outlander. Well, that would be a first. And you've also heard all about Auroron. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Auroron back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you. Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet, again and again, you've braved a weary yet free soul. Even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage. Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the Traveler gonna be okay?
Shoo! That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
Isn't that kinda like having part of a ghost come back with you?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
It was nothing. Shilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroron back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name. The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to...
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the Lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance. In other words, in a dream. But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance. I'll make a list. Can any of you get everything for me?
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with the Lolly to track down...
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful during your investigation. If you need any help, just come...
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Auroron's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons.
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only... In any case, we'll get... I'm truly sorry to put you two through all this trouble with me. But... please...
You can count on us!
Alright, then let's start by heading to where...
Quête terminée. Ok.
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Auroron speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Auroron really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him. Or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no...
Didn't Knight say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
Auroron? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends He's always been such a good kid. Oh well, let's keep looking. He's been raising phlogistonavids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special... Let's follow the phlogiston...
Huh? What trail?
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally... here... Huh? How about now?
What do you see? Whoa, Paimon can see it.
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston...
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything like that.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, when I held your hand just now, I could sense it. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Auroron. Good luck, you two.
Over here, this way! See, Lolly might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What? What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any but is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns. Or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old.
Huh?
Good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of... Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smooth.
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there. Yep, judging by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks...
Wait. The phlogiston here is... Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort...
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Auroron was indeed being threatened. We've got to find him. Fast. Leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in the crossfire. No, I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No.
Rev the engines!
There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other...
Kanich told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me. There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Auroron wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the...
Given there are two signals leading from here, we should split up as well. I'll take this direction, and leave the other one to you. Let's meet up again later. Auroron, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. You little brat.
And off she goes! Traveler, did you hear all of that as well? Once Lolly left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response. So you were thinking the same thing! Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads. She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect. If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead. Did you find something? So we can't tell where Auroron might have gone from here. That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make anything of these footprints either. But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him.
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath. I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in there, and given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm Auroron, the one you've been searching for. Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Be careful with this traveler. Her soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to her.
It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom. I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you. And I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
Why are you sitting on the ground? Are you up?
See, Lolly! She froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground!
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain? Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But...
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. See, Lolly should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word. In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now. Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better?
All right, I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a few...
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or... But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Full throttle!
Look over there.
Huh? Paimon thinks she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's Auroron. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
All right, we'll take the lead.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun. Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher.
Wow. I'm going to...
See, Lolly's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? On my... Still trying to resist? You've got no idea who you're up against!
Incinerate!
Not breaking a sweat!
Shockwave! Clear the area! I can do it! I have to!
Burn it down! Light of the blazing sun! The end of our legacy. Letting brave names echo!
It was my honor to serve you.
Je peux changer d'équipe pour l'instant.
Let's move. I see through you.
Let the mountain flames boil! What a pain! Let's ride! Wrath from the sky!
Detoxify me! Don't be a killjoy!
Let her rip! Get back!
You can't run!
Hear the echoes of the valley!
Pourquoi mon son est bloqué?
The flame burn on. Bring it.
Can't run! Well, looks like I went too far. You need to hurry up. Roasted fried.
Someone needs assistance.
This was well done.
Leave it up to me.
Bring it! There's a lot of good stuff in here. Want to split it? Just kidding. You can take it.
Bon, bah on va changer d'équipe. De toute façon, celle-ci, elle est capoute. Elle a pas tenu. Alors. Ici, déjà, on va mettre Noël.
As you wish.
Rosa Xinku, ça c'est pas mal. Je pense qu'on devrait garder cette team là. Et on va voir ce que ça donne. Ils sont tous pas mal au niveau des PV.
Look over there.
Huh?
That's a...
All right, we'll take the lead.
Hey, quit daydreaming.
I cannot see without the sun.
Huh?
Wow.
See, while he's stressing.
On my... Still trying to resist? You've got no idea who you're up against.
No excuse for slacking.
In this quickly.
There is no escape! Torn to oblivion!
My duty.
As a good knight should.
Rain outlines your face. Let me read judgment.
Punishment.
Time to...
Inazuma shines eternal!
Witness the power of good one.
Miscalculated.
Judgment. I must leave no stone unturned. As a dutiful maid would.
Auroron!
Granny!
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eatsley, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
And greetings to you too, other Granny.
What did you just call her?
Granny. Is that not right? You are Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you're also a Granny.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
Oh, wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorned vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove,
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just, Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up to. Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Auroron? Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the...
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. But getting kidnapped? That really takes the cake. You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next... They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes.
So why did you do it?
Because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey! I'm no ordinary Granny! Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not use it? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind, and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you
I'm sorry.
Forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence. Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Auroron, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also, once we return to the city, come to the speaker's chamber.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well? Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky about that.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that. If you do come face to face with the Pyro...
Recite the 3 warnings.
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots.
How exactly did the Masters raise this guy?
Oh.
Avant d'aller là-bas, on va les soigner parce que ils ont pris cher quand même mes persos. C'est tout? Ah bah non, il y en a là. Bon là, ce coup-ci, je pense avoir oublié personne. On va profiter pour voir si on n'a rien à donner. Non.
I see. So Auroron came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Citlali's safety.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Now that you know Auroron was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Citlali is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Auroron, please report back to the Speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Archon's decision.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you too, Granny.
Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal. Once Auroron is settled, I'll go talk to Shilonen and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
Oh, thank you!
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle your thumbs or come with me, Auroron. We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
Goodbye, Mother Granny.
We're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub. Huh? What is... What? That captain? Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that coming. So you really saw him in the Night Kingdom? And he... Oh, that Auroron, what is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never guessed anything was happening. All that stuff about protecting Citlali and being forced to help the Fatui, when he's actually been a willing accomplice all along. Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about it. We still have another whole day before... Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever it is. What exactly is it? I didn't quite catch your request.
down.
Leave it up to me.
You can't run.
Someone needs assistance.
Rain outlines your fate. Huh? Illusion shattered. Judgment.
Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap.
Je reviens. Me revoici.
What was that?
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people.
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
And what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's backs.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar, you know.
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Well, I could. It's all clear. Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character. Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side. If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid. I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Malwika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back? If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Teyvat, will pay for her mistakes. Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along, the details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you?
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan. Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan. And all of Natlan, we have to make the decision for her, here and now.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa's plan?
I knew you'd be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged. And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
Someone's here.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Something's rapidly approaching. Oh no.
Something! Bad news, chump! It's your granny!
Silawi! When did you get here?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to. How dare you go behind our backs like this, Auroron? Colluding with the Fatui? Really? Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh, and now you're talking back. Well, go on then. Explain yourself. What the heck?
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't teach you a lesson...
Wait, Silawi! Please, calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't trying to seize the Gnosis anymore. So, maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Listen well, Auroron. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. You're right, Traveler. Let's go. We can discuss this more back in the city. You two keep an eye on Auroron for me.
On va suivre le petit rat volant. Voilà. Tout ça pour des œufs. Encore loin? Non. Hop. On retourne là-bas. Ici il y avait quelque chose, je sais plus ce que c'était. Ah oui, c'était l'énigme, ça y est, je vois.
In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here? You've got a head on... Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth... No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me ask a different question. What does the captain... Really? You're just going to stone... Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? Only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe. You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this. Indeed. It's like going to visit a friend at his house, only to suddenly hear your friend berating a naughty Saurian.
Well, that's an oddly specific analogy. Wait, did one of your friends really do that?
Yes. And every time my friend scolded his Saurians, they would look at me the same way you're looking at me now. Helpless and embarrassed.
Wait, but you're the one getting your head chewed off. Stop making this about us!
Indeed, you've got a point. Then please just hang in there for a little while longer. Granny should be done with her scolding session soon.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me?
Sorry.
Sorry, Granny. Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out. You say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me. Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetable...
Who's Aoife? A delivery person?
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get... Auroron, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed the book on that incident.
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history. I'm starting to get lost.
That's not it, Granny. I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
His voice. Auroron! Where have you gone?
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front of us?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So...
Get back here this instant! Auroron! What is this?
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away like that?
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. pulled it off flawlessly. You must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Oh, couldn't he have picked up something more useful? Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet...
Whoa, that's a little extreme. But still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us? If his goal is also to protect Natlan, then can't we work together?
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial. Auroron probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. Ah, that brat. I swear. We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time. It'll give me a moment to figure out how to explain all the...
J'aurais peut-être dû prendre le Venti pour gagner de l'espace, pour gagner de la distance. Ah, par contre, un coffre là-bas. On va aller le récupérer. C'est peut-être celui qu'on avait vu tout à l'heure. Il y a un truc en bas, un truc blanc, je sais pas ce que c'est. Ah bah ça doit être un ennemi.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain Cutter. Punishment! Now you shall perish! Ha! Shine down!
As a good night shield.
Shattered.
Steady as stone.
Judgment. Know my sword. Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you. Light out. There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
Take them. I have no need.
On va aller voir un petit peu au niveau des artefacts, voir si on n'a pas sauvegardé. Alors, instructeur, celui-là c'est celui qu'il est conseillé de sauvegarder, donc on va tous les faire. Et médecin itinérant également. Normalement je dois en avoir un nouveau là-dedans, il est là.
Do you two have some time? Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
Oh, right. It's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can relax, Paimon just realized how hungry she is.
Then let's go. We can find somewhere to sit down and talk. Food and drinks are on me.
How did this become Paimonville? Alright. It's on Paimon this time. What's one meal? So you can just sit back and enjoy, Sweet Lolly.
Hey, come on now. You won't even let me take you out for some food and drinks? I just wanted to treat you to a meal.
Are you sure? We can save you some Mora.
Mora is the least of my concerns. Besides, we're definitely due a meal after all the time we've spent together. Let me get this one. I might be an old hag, but I like to think I'm not completely useless.
Sure, that's fine with us, but Paimon doesn't want you to be sad, Sweet Lolly.
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.
Voilà, est-ce qu'il y a encore des trucs à voler là-dedans? Je me souviens pas avoir été là-haut. On peut pas aller de ce côté-là.
Add astro...
étage. Salut, comment ça va?
What are you looking at?
Do you see two people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each other. Are they twins?
But Paimon only sees one person.
Huh? How could that be? I guess my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. Get me another bottle, boss!
Les alcooliques.
Do you think she's drunk?
There you go, miss. Oh my! It's not every day you get to see Granny Itzley here with some friends. Not to mention ones who've made a huge name for themselves recently.
Oh, so you've heard of us?
Of course I have. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back? No wonder you hit it off with Granny Sidlali. She wouldn't spend time with just anybody, you know. I don't even remember the last time I saw her with a new friend.
Wait, so you call her Granny?
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny. She's one of the most famous people at the Masters of the Nightwind. Most days, hardly anyone even dip...
Huh? Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, aren't you?
Oh, please, Granny, I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends. After all, any friends of our regulars are sure to be great customers too.
Alright, that's enough. Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no need to keep staring at me. I promise I'll keep my alcohol down until I leave.
Well then, you have my thanks.
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my first name.
Are you still with us, Lally? You're kinda talking to no one.
You chumps come around here, picking fights with me. Well, you know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big, scary bully. It's always the same story. You brats start it. I mean, come on. Monster? Me?
Granny Seat Lolly, you're not a monster at all.
Exactly. And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know. Oh yeah. And I have to mentor all the new kids. Hey, new kid. Yeah, you. Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher. You tell him. That's more like it. About dang time someone showed me a little respect. Yeah, Granny.
Did she just fall asleep with her eyes open? Oh, jeez.
Behind this pitch-black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself. Behind the smoke, the lingering smoke.
Ah, she's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks. Her mind's actually racing at this point. It's quite the opposite of...
Is this another specialty of the Masters of the Nightwind?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Sitlali herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers.
Warning, warning. Red, the color of danger, has now arisen within that pair of eyes. Huh? Traveler?
What's wrong?
I'm gonna hurl.
Hang on, just keep it in.
Phew.
You had Paimon worried. Paimon really thought you were about to barf all over the table just now.
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. That's never happened before, I swear. I've never thrown up. Not once.
Are you feeling okay? Wanna take a quick walk?
There's so much that I want to say, but...
Why not? Of course you can. Just say whatever's on your mind.
Please, Paimon. It's not as simple as you think. We've only known each other for a few days, right? What would you think of me if I were to start dumping all of my complaints on you after...
Oh, Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what you're about to say.
No, that wasn't my point at all! Seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame? I'm talking about shame! I've lived all these years and still can't get rid of it! Huh?
Yeah, this is as good a time...
So... you...
It's okay, Seat Lolly. You had every right to complain about those things.
I can't take it anymore! Why are these... Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my own head? That's too much! It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing!
So that, happens to you a lot.
It happens to people in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in their pajamas sometimes. I was just picking something... take a walk with me. I have things to share with you.
Looks like she's completely given up. Like those criminals who just confess everything and accept their fate.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Et ses micros.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Deux jours et il y a un perso à récupérer. Ok, bah écoutez, on va s'arrêter sur, on va s'arrêter là et on va aller le chercher. 3 jours, ouais, quelques primos. Bon ben, on va dévier sur une autre mission. On va faire la quête pour récupérer un perso. Plutôt une constellation. J'avais pas fait attention avec les événements qu'il y avait. J'étais plus focus sur les autres événements. Donc là du coup on va faire la quête pour obtenir Cetos. Donc il reste 2 jours. Je pense pas que ça doit être une quête qui doit être trop longue. On verra bien.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it.
Bah alors. Début du tuto. Oh, par contre c'est long le chargement. C'est abusé. Donc ils ont de la glace. Anémo. Ça c'est bien ça. De la glace. Ah, principalement de la glace. contrôle, ça peut être pas mal. Ça c'est distance, soin à distance. Lui c'est quoi? Distance contrôle. Mais non! Oh. Pénible leur truc là. Oh. Ils ont décidé de me casser les bonbons. Donc lui c'est quoi déjà? Lui c'est le soigneur. Lui c'est le soigneur, on le met au milieu. C'est le soigneur? Ouais c'est le soigneur. Lui c'est distance. Lui c'est lui, lui je sais pas, c'est l'autre que je voulais. Voilà, lui c'est distance. On est d'accord. Et lui c'est du mêlée. Et lui ça doit être mêlé aussi. Non c'est distance. Bah, pour l'instant je pense qu'on devrait être pas trop mal. En équipement. On va mettre à lui. Il a un 9. On va mettre celui-ci. Il a un 9. Tac tac tac. On est 4 sur 5. Écoutez, je pense qu'on est plutôt pas mal. Les pièces de terrain dépassent la limite. Comment ça, les pièces de terrain? Ah oui d'accord, 5 sur 4. Du coup c'est qui qu'on va retirer? Il reste un ou plusieurs équipements disponibles. Déjà lui. Voilà. Ah, je pensais qu'on aurait pu fusionner. Donc non, on peut pas fusionner. Hiro, Nemo, Cryo, 2 étoiles. Il n'y a que des 1 étoile après je crois. Cryo. On va se mettre ici. Wow, il y en a un qui va mourir. J'espère que je perds pas mes persos. Hein. Il y a 2 étoiles qui viennent de mourir. Et 2 autres persos. Ils sont tous morts. Quitter, recommencer. Renforcer. C'est long. Il est long le téléchargement. Alors. Est-ce qu'il nous offre un 2 étoiles? Non. Qu'est-ce que tu veux faire avec ça? Ils m'ont supprimé tous mes persos. Alors. Puis remettre ici. Lui. Là. Lui. Là. Est-ce que j'ai des équipements? Oui. Bon, allez, on va le voir rien. En même temps, je crois que c'était le même combat que le tout premier tout à l'heure. Donc on reprend pas là où on avait perdu. Alors. Échoppe. Ici on a de la glace, donc il me faut du feu. On va prendre aussi un soigneur. On y est. Distance soin. Distance soin. Mêlée. Et les cryo. Hydro. Distance. Alors c'est ici que j'avais échoué. Est-ce que j'ai un 2 étoiles? Eh ben non. Donc lui c'est du géo. Et je peux en mettre encore 3. Non, bah tout à l'heure j'avais un 2 étoiles, là j'ai pas 2 étoiles. Bon, bah c'est passé. Nickel. On a amélioré le set de départ, donc ah, dommage. Donc là, c'était sur celui-là qu'on avait fait l'échec. Donc du coup, ça c'est un hydro, on va le retirer. Je vais y arriver. Pas 2 fois le même endroit. Donc là c'est un hydro. Électro, voilà. Lui c'est quoi? Cryo. Cryo, le retirer. On est à 3. Mêlée. Mêlée aussi. Mêlée. Ils sont tous mêlés. Voilà, allez, on est parti. Ce coup-ci on a retiré les hydros parce que c'était ça qui gênait. Et on a détruit un. Et il m'a encore tout détruit. Hein. Chaque fois je fais échec au même endroit. Il y a quand même 11 niveaux quand même, jusqu'au 3e. Récompense du défi. Oh puis j'ai récupéré juste 60. Ah, il y a un équipement conseillé, d'accord. Mais c'est que des armes. Voilà, et en lisant les effets, ça peut peut-être être intéressant. On va lire les effets, histoire de voir un petit peu s'il y a des trucs intéressants. Ça par contre ça baisse l'attaque, ça augmente la défense, mais ça baisse l'attaque. Ça c'est l'inverse. D'accord. Ça augmente tout. Bonus de soins. C'est quoi ça? PV. Et ça baisse l'attaque aussi. D'accord. Donc en gros il y a cela pour l'attaque, si je me trompe pas. Cela c'est attaque et défense, ça c'est la totale. Les flèches c'est pour l'attaque. Ça c'est pour la totale. Ça c'est pour la def. Et celui-là c'est pour les points de vie. C'est ça. Ah, apparemment il est valable pour les 3. Ah non. Donc le niveau de spéculation est valable pour les deux ici. Mais ici j'ai les bonus et ici je les ai pas pour l'instant. Contre normalement, alors compagnon de castagne, voyons voir. Parce que normalement d'accord, atteignez un objectif pour avoir cet os. Et il y a plein de primos à récupérer. D'accord. Là j'ai déjà fait un certain niveau. On va essayer celui-ci maintenant, histoire de voir un petit peu ce que ça donne. De toute façon, au bout d'un moment, à force de renforcer, je pense que je devrais aller plus loin. Mais que c'est normal de pas y aller au début. déjà 2 h du mat. Alors, j'ai 9 pièces. Et j'ai que 3, alors 3, 6, 9, d'accord, bah on va tous les prendre du coup. Ah, ça c'est obtenu. Donc ça c'est pour la vie et ça c'est pour l'attaque. En attaque. Lui il a une 1200 et quelques. Lui on va lui donner de l'attaque. Ensuite, point de vie c'est pour qui? 2006, 42. Ben, on va lui mettre à lui. Hein? Ah, j'allais dire, il m'en a détruit un, mais non, il est encore en vie. C'est parce qu'il est tellement petit. Alors, est-ce que j'ai du 2 étoiles? Non. Du feu. Ça, c'est un animal. Hydro. Pyro. Et j'en ai 4. Donc, je peux prendre un. On a dit que lui, c'est un feu, je crois. Lui, c'est un pyro. En vrai, on va prendre celui-ci, on sait jamais ce qui peut tomber après. Et là, c'est pour de l'attaque. Hop. On va prendre le plus difficile des deux. La récompense est meilleure, mais en même temps ça risque d'être plus difficile. Double géo. Et j'ai une seule possibilité. De toute façon les deux c'est du mêlée. Allez, on va prendre celui-ci. De la vie. Impossible de transport identique. D'accord. Là. Ah oui, mais je suis à 5 sur 4, ok. Du coup, on a quoi ici? Électro. 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 Donc l'idéal c'est de retirer mon hydro. Qu'est-ce que je pense de se faire à le pagaie. Parfait. Alors on va voir un petit peu ce que ça donne. Alors sacrifier. Pour le légendaire ou alors 2 pour 2 équipements rares. Oui. Accéder. Alors lui dans un premier temps on va rapatrier tout le monde. Et on va voir ce qu'on a. Lui c'est un animal, on va le laisser. Hydro, et là c'est quoi? C'est Géo, Électro. Alors que je regarde, là ça doit être un hydro si je me trompe pas. C'est bien ça, donc l'idéal ce serait un cryo. Et forcément il n'y a pas. À distance, ouais ça peut être pas mal à distance. On va garder le reste. Et on va le mettre au combat. La lance c'est quoi? C'est attaque. Donc lui il a la lance. Ça c'est pour les points de vie. La corne, on va la distribuer à lui. Puis électro. électro, donc ça tombe bien. Alors, lui il a déjà un parchemin qui lui donne de la vie. Parchemin il va pour lui. Le deuxième parchemin il va pour lui. Mais je crois qu'ils sont tous, tout le monde est équipé. Pro. Pour lui. Une lance. Est-ce qu'on peut faire ça? Oui, on peut. On va lui laisser quand même. Normalement, il y a une lance ici que l'on va attribuer. Voilà, comme ça tout le monde a 2 équipements et on devrait être pas mal. Maintenant ça va être en fonction de la chance. Oula, il y en a déjà un de mort. C'est un DPS. Et c'est celui qui avait la lance en plus. Bon bah ça va. Défi interrompu. Nouveau record. Quitter. Et ben ça m'a l'air d'être chaud quand même. Je crois que demain je vais me mettre à fond dessus. Du coup on va pouvoir renforcer. Renforcer. Récompense, il n'y a pas de récompense? sur 7500. Électro. C'est pas ça que je voulais voir. Électro, il est où? Électro. Le voilà. Aptitude, non c'est conciliation que je veux le voir. Je suis à C0 pour l'instant. Et je ne l'ai pas mis d'artefact pour l'instant. Par contre j'ai vu qu'il y avait un point d'exclamation ici. Est-ce qu'il y est toujours? Oui. Il passe ses 4 et il est quel niveau lui? 40.
Ooh.
The world remains constant over the centuries.
Ta-da! No! Oh, fine.
Or a bubble rising through water. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Ready to spice things up. I'll only demonstrate this once.
Take heart. Victory will be ours.
Witness my magnificence!
This will be a productive part.
There's still a long road ahead.
An insurmountable problem, I presume.
Take heart. Victory will be ours.
Let's go stretch our legs while the flavors are mingling. I have high hopes for this.
C'est quoi la flèche qui est ici? Ok, c'est pour si on veut recharger.
Go on.
Overruled. Witness my wrath.
A little amuse-bouche.
Strike a pose. At first, but please. Transfixed. This is where we fall.
Reboot!
Adaptive frosting! Laid bare. Commendable. Witness my wrath.
Let my name echo in song!
Transfixed. Laid bare. Everlasting as the moon. Overruled. Yoo-hoo!
Bon, bah il commence à se faire tard, je vais aller dormir. Sur ce, je vous souhaite une bonne soirée à tous. Ciao, ciao, à bientôt pour des prochaines vidéos.